Hey everyone, Bhati Wellness welcomes you to this series on Yoga Sutras of Maharishi Patanjali. Let us continue our journey with Yoga Sutra 2.14 today. In the previous Sutra 2.13, Maharishi Patanjali explained how karma bears fruit in the form of birth, lifespan, and experiences. Now he addresses a very human question. Why do some experiences feel pleasant while others feel painful? Are pleasure and pain inherent in life, or do they arise from deeper causes? Maharishi Patanjali answers this in Sutra 2.14. The Sutra 2.14 is Te Lada Paritap Phala Punya Apunya Hetutvat. Let us understand this word by word. Te means those, referring to karmic experiences. Lada means pleasure, joy, or satisfaction. Paritap means pain, distress, or suffering. Phala means fruits or results. Punya means merit or virtuous actions. Apunya means demerit or non-virtuous actions. Hetutvat means because of being caused by. So, the sutra tells us karmic experiences result in pleasure or pain because they are caused by actions rooted in merit or demerit. What Maharishi Patanjali is explaining here is very subtle. Experiences themselves are neutral. It is the quality of karma behind them that determines whether they are felt as pleasant or painful. Actions rooted in clarity, balance, and harmony tend to produce experiences of ease and joy. Actions rooted in ignorance, attachment, aversion, or fear tend to produce experiences of distress and suffering. But Maharishi Patanjali is not encouraging moral judgment here. He is explaining a law of cause and effect. Pleasure and pain are not random events, they are outcomes of conditioning. And here is the deeper insight. Even pleasurable experiences are temporary. They are eventually turning into pain because they are still rooted in karma. This is why yoga does not aim at maximizing pleasure or avoiding pain. Yoga aims at freedom from dependence on both. Pleasure and pain are not opposites. They are two expressions of the same karmic process. As long as karma operates under the influence of kleshas, experience will oscillate between enjoyment and suffering. Yoga does not promise a life of uninterrupted pleasure. It promises a mind that is no longer shaken by pleasure or pain. When awareness deepens, the yogi begins to witness experience rather than ruled by it. That witnessing is freedom. As the practical reflection, observe gently. When pleasure arises, notice, does attachment quietly follow? When pain arises, notice, does resistance immediately appear? Ask yourself, can I experience this moment without clinging or pushing away? This simple observation weakens the karmic chain. Yoga Sutra 2.14 teaches us a powerful truth. Experiences are shaped by karma, but suffering is shaped by reaction. When actions are purified and awareness becomes steady, pleasure and pain lose their power to bind. In the next Sutra, 2.15, Maharishi Patanjali takes us even deeper and explains why the wise see suffering even in pleasure. Thank you for staying with this depth. Namaste.